Good morning, dear friends. We are learning fundamental concepts of human resources. In the last two classes, we tried to understand the concept of human resource management. The human resource management, in our earlier class, we have learned that it is a combination of these three words. One is human, another one is resource,
Another one is resource.
third one is management. So human resource management, the subject is a combination of these three words. That word is a combination of these three words: human, resource, and management. Okay. Now, again, once we will quickly recall what we have learned. Human resource management is the process of recruiting, selecting, inducting, providing orientation, imparting training and development, appraising the performance of employees, motivating employees, maintaining proper relations with employees and their trade unions, ensuring employees' safety, welfare and healthy measures, procurement, development, maintenance of human resource. And human resource management is necessary for team spirit and teamwork. The subject is a comprehensive subject. It is a continuous process. It is a multidisciplinary subject. It includes the study of management, psychology, communication, economics, and psychology. So all these things we discussed yesterday in our previous class. So as I have already mentioned, the subject of human resource management is a combination of the word human resource management is a combination of these three words. Okay, one is human and second one is resource and third one is management. Human I told, human I mentioned, it refers to human beings. See, kindly understand, I am again repeating. I am repeating. So for any organization, 4 M's are required. 4 M's are required. I am repeating. Again and again I am mentioning. What are the 4 M's? First M is men. Second M is money. Third M is material. Fourth one is machinery. I am saying again, I am repeating. For any organization to carry out its operations, 4 M's are required. One is money. Second one is materials. Third one is machinery. And fourth one, the most important one is men. So human resource management, the subject is related to the fourth one and the most important one, that is men. So even though an organization which has much money, many materials, much machinery is there, that they have to, the organization have to maintain, the organization has to maintain men properly. They have to be paid salaries properly. Only then the human resources, the men, will take care of the remaining 3 M's. That is, the remaining 3 M's are money, materials, and machinery. Will be taken care of by the men, by the human resources in the organization. So that is what the concept of human resource management is. Okay. Now coming to HRM definitions, also we have seen yesterday in our previous class. Edwin Flippo's definition we have seen, and NIPM, the National Institute of Personnel Management, defined HRM And similarly, DeCenzo and Robbins also gave a definition of human resource management. All these three definitions we have discussed in our previous class. Now, coming to process of human resource management. Okay, coming to process of human resource management, you can see human resource management consists of this process that you are able to see on the board. On the screen, you can see it. Are you able to clearly see this one, which is there on your desktop? This is the process of human resource management. See, first of all, recruitment has to be done. Okay, recruitment has to be done. So recruitment, it starts with human resource management. The process of human resource management starts with recruitment. Okay, in recruitment can be of two types. You can see the two types. They are there for you to see, for you to observe. Okay,
On the job.
Internal recruitment and external recruitment. See, in my previous lesson, in my previous lecture module, I have mentioned the various internal resources, internal recruitment ways. Okay, they may be promotion, they may be demotion, they may be transfer, they may be recommendations of internal employees. All those we have learned in our previous class. Okay, now coming to external recruitment. What is external recruitment? I mentioned in my previous lecture, external recruitment implies walk-in interviews or taking the help of websites to invite applications from prospective employees, or advertising in print media, in newspapers or magazines about opportunities in the organization. That is what recruitment process implies. Okay, so recruitment, you can see maybe of two types: internal recruitment, external recruitment. Internal recruitment implies recruiting taking the employees who are already working in the organization and giving them promotion, giving them transfer or demoting them. That is what internal recruitment means. External recruitment refers to taking employees from outside world. Okay. Now coming to providing. So after, with the process of recruitment, you can see selection takes place. Labor laws means in every country there are separate laws, there are separate acts to provide benefit to the employees, to the labor as independently as well as to labor unions. So it is the responsibility of the organization to see to it that the organization complies with the labor laws. So whatever that is mentioned in the labor laws, the organization should follow it. So this is the process of human resource management. So I am repeating, human resource management process starts with recruitment. Recruitment sources are maybe of two types. Okay, internal recruitment, external recruitment will be there. In internal recruitment, promotion, transfer, demotion, recommendation of an existing employee will be there. In external recruitment, giving advertising, or in the website you announce your vacancy position, and based on the written test or interview you will select the candidates and you will provide them with the training. The training can be of two types: on the job training, off the job training. Off the job training means in a room separate from workplace, you will give training about the procedures, about the rules and regulations. That is off the job training. On the job means you take the newly recruited employee to the workplace, and then and there itself you will provide training to the person. And after recruitment is over, after selection is over, after training is over, you will assess the performance. Means you will measure the performance. You will examine how he is performing. That examination, that assessment can be performed under two methods. Traditional methods are there, modern methods are there. We will come to know about them in the coming chapters. Okay. So based on those methods, you will assess the performance and you will motivate the employees. In motivation, rewards, providing them rewards and benefits are there, and giving them recognition by promoting them is there. You can compensate the employees. You have to maintain good labor relations, and you have to take care of health and welfare. Welfare and safety of employees is important, and you have to comply with the labor laws that are existing in the country. All these are part and parcel of motivating the employees. I hope you understood the process of human resource management. It starts with recruitment. Next stage is selection. Next you are going to provide a training. Then you will assess the performance. In training, two types are there: on the job training, off the job training. And you will assess the performance. In assessing performance, traditional methods are there, modern methods are there. And based on the performance level, you will try to motivate the employees with the help of rewards and benefits, with the help of recognition, with the help of compensating, with the help of maintaining labor relations, with the help of healthy welfare and safety of employees, with the help of compliance to labor laws, you will motivate the employees. Now coming to next one, functions of human resource management. So you can see these are the major functions of human resource management. This is very, very important topic, functions of human resource management. Please remember, this topic is very, very important, functions of human resource management. Mainly, human resource management performs two kinds of functions. Okay, two kinds of functions. You can see managerial functions are there and operative functions are also there. These are the two functions. In these two functions only, all activities related to human resources are there. In these two functions, all the other activities are included. So in managerial functions, you can see planning is there, organizing is there, directing is there, controlling is there. PODC, please remember: planning, organizing, directing, controlling. And in operative functions, procurement of employees is there, development, compensation, integration, and maintenance. These five are the operative functions. I am repeating: procurement, development, compensation, integration, and maintenance. These are the five operative functions of human resource management. Whereas in managerial functions, planning, organizing, directing, and controlling, these four. So we will start with planning. The planning implies, what is the plan? So plan implies thinking in advance about future requirements. With the available resources, based on our aim, we will have a plan in our mind. In future, we should be like this. Now you will have a plan in your mind. Okay. After my BBA completion, what shall I do? You will have a plan. After 2 years, my position should be like this. After the completion of my BBA, I should become this. Some goals will be there for you. Okay. So, in the planning, the organization, any organization will think about how many human resources are required, means how many persons need to be employed, from what type of recruitment sources they need to be employed. Means, again I told, 2 types of recruitment sources are available: internal recruitment source, external recruitment source. So in a planning function, you will try to come to an understanding as to how vacancies have to be filled in the organization, whether to take internal recruitment sources or go for external recruitment sources. You will decide. So that is planning. Planning implies in any subject you think about W questions: what, why, when, where, how. So coming to planning with reference to human resources. What is the need of human resources? Why is there a need of human resources? How to recruit those human resources, whether from internal source or from external source. When is another question. When to recruit, whether immediate recruitment is required or after 1 month or in the coming next year. So all these questions you have to answer in the planning. I am repeating, I am again saying, in any subject matter, planning implies answering WH questions: what, when, why, where, how many employees are required, what is their position in the organization, when you have to require, how much you have to pay them. All these you have to plan in advance. Otherwise, if you simply recruit personnel and after recruiting you search for money to pay them as salary, means that is meaningless. You have to think in advance. That is planning. Now coming to organizing. Simply, if you recruit, that is not enough. You have to organize your personnel well, your human resources well. Means you have to provide them with a place to sit properly, to engage in their work. You have to organize them into groups, and again the groups have to be monitored by officials in the organization. So you have to think about it, where they are going to sit, which persons have to be grouped, and again who has to be given the commanding position in the organization. All this comes under organizing. Coming to directing, and after planning and organizing, you will direct the employees what to do, when to do, where to do, how to do. All these things you will provide direction to the employees. Did you understand? Planning, organizing, and directing. Directing means you will provide them with the information as to what are the job requirements, how to perform them, what are the available resources, why they have to perform that task, when it is to be completed. All those things will come under directing. And then coming to controlling. Okay, you will control the organization. So employees. Okay, there are various measures with the help of which you can control. Now coming to any organization, nowadays you can see in shops, in organizations, They have CC cameras installed everywhere. CC means closed circuit for close monitoring. So CC cameras are a measure of controlling employees, not only employees, for outside personnel also you can control. Okay, a theft has occurred in the organization. Who has committed that crime? You can control that, you can observe that, you can see that with the help of CC camera, closed circuit camera. So in order to control employees, you will have several measures, just like installing CC cameras or conducting frequently tests assessment. Just now in our previous discussion, I have mentioned assessing performance. There are various methods of assessing performance, traditional methods, modern methods. So with the help of those methods, you will try to control the functioning of the employees in the organization. These are the managerial functions that human resource management involves in. I am repeating, human resource management performs mainly two functions: managerial functions, operative functions. Managerial functions include planning, organizing, directing, controlling. PODC. Okay, planning, organizing. D stands for directing, C stands for controlling. P stands for planning, O organizing, directing, and controlling. The operative functions, I mentioned 5 important tasks, main tasks. Operative functions will be included in procurement, development, compensation, integration, and maintenance. So thank you, dear friends. So today we have learned about the introduction of human resource management again, the meaning of human resource management, the process of human resource management, and functions of human resource management. We have learned about managerial functions of human resource management, but we will come to know about operative functions of human resource management in the next class, in the next module. Okay, thank you very much, dear friends.